everyone, welcome to another edition of Lucklight Plays Gaiden. We're starting a run-through of Front Mission, an RPG created in 1995 by Squaresoft. It was Squaresoft at the time, as you can see on the screen there. It's an RPG, basically plays, if you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics, or you played Disgaea, it's one of those grid-based RPGs. Never released here in America until, I believe, the Nintendo DS, which I'm going to play the Super Nintendo version here. It is more true to the original gameplay-wise. There are some added features in the DS version, but we're just going to stick with this one here. I'll give you a little bit of a briefing on the storyline. I guess you're supposed to know this. I don't know if it explains it in the game, but there's two military groups, I guess, two countries. The year is like 2080 or something, and you're on this island called Huffman Island, which is in the Pacific Ocean. It was created by a volcanic eruption in like 1995, so it's not a real island. It's a fictional place, obviously. And somewhere between now and like 2080 or something, a lot of the countries we know today kind of fuse together into different groupings, I guess. You have the OCU, the Oceanic Cooperative Union, and that's like Japan, Australia, Southeast Asia, not Russia or anything like that, but just those different countries, they fuse together. And there's the USN, which is North America, South America. So we fuse with the likes of, Canada, Mexico, Brazil. You get the point. I kept the name Lloyd as my character. The other versions really want to name him Royd, which I guess, I don't know if it's just the Japanese difference of, no L or R, L's and R's get switched around. I didn't want to call him Royd for many different reasons. It's just silly, sounds silly to me, so I'll just keep him Lloyd. So, the beginning of this is, you're an OCU pilot. So, we're actually fighting the Americans in this game, give or take. And it's me and this other guy, Cicada, and there's like a no-name pilot next to us there. And we're investigating this factory that's supposed to be abandoned, but we have our orders. And turns out, like most beginnings of games, it's not abandoned in the least. Oh, and this girl, Karen, is our main character's fiancée, so I think you could probably guess what's going to happen, just on that alone. The only way it could be more stereotypical, I don't know if it was stereotypical at the time, but the only way it could get more stereotypical here is if she said she was a few days before retirement. And there's our bad guy, Driscoll. I'm gonna figure out how to speed up this words, the text here. Alright, so we have our movement screen. Up here you got our name, Lloyd, the name of the unit, Strike. These are called Wanzers. I may have forgot to mention, these are where it's a mech game. You control a robot called a Wanzer. And it's not a Gundam. So I don't even think it's a Gundam. It's not a Gundam. So you got our different stats here. These are our hit points. You have the main body's hit points, which obviously if the body goes to 0, the thing explodes and you're out of the match. Left arm, right arm, if those go to 0, you can't use the weapon in that arm. Leg will destroy your movement if you reduce that to 0. You get the idea. And then you have your pilot status, which he's pretty much a clean slate right now, obviously, because it's the beginning of the game. You level up in different manners. You have your fight skill, which is your, hand-to-hand, robot hand to robot hand. You have your short weapons, which are, machine guns and rifles. Long weapons, which are like missiles and grenade launchers, I guess. And agility is just, I guess, just that, agility. Allows you to block things. And skills, he doesn't have any skills yet. This is the equipment on the unit. I have a PAB 55 machine gun, and he has no weapon on the right hand, so it defaults to the zenith hand, which is, a punch. All of this will become much more intuitive as we get into the game. So if you're trying to follow along and you're like, what the heck is he talking about? Don't worry. This will start making much more sense. So we get Cicada, move him up, and we got our chump OCU soldier. Move him up too. So yeah. Obviously there's no way to win this. This is pretty much to show you, to set up the storyline. There's your girlfriend getting her butt kicked, and you can't get there in time. Alright, so let's move forward by pushing the correct buttons. There we go. So Driscoll's gonna finish her off. Wish I had that machine gun. Alright, so now we made it into the fort. We can start actually fighting. Now, I want to try to get the most experience points on our main character and Cicada, and not the common chump, because, hey, experience points. You know you're not going to keep the chump. Now we just have to deal with these short rounds here. So attack. And I will go after the guy next to me with the PAB 55. Okay. Pretty simple gameplay. But it can get, obviously pretty strategic in terms of movement, placement, weapons. So he has an Ibis, which is a one-shot rifle. We'll just finish him off. Kablooey. And the soldier, I don't know if he has any long-range weapons. He does. He has the, whatever that was. Might as well do some damage while we're here. So you can actually, you can disable the machines if you shoot their arms off. You can't really choose which target you hit yet. I think there's a skill for it, which really makes the game a lot easier. But I don't have it. Obviously, it's the beginning of the game. Took him out. So let's move him forward. He does not have any kind of rockets, so looks like Cicada's gonna get most of the experience here. Alright, took out its leg, so it's not going to be able to move around very much anymore. I'm going to attack the guy in the back, because I don't want him getting much experience. Common OCU soldier. Yeah, so you'll notice that Driscoll and the big robot's not really moving around too much, and that's fine. Go Cicada. This guy's just taking out everything. Most guns don't have ammo, by the way. It's kind of infinite rounds, except for the missiles. Missiles, you have limited rounds, so you can't just stand back and just keep shooting. Obviously, punches wouldn't have ammo in the first place anyway. Alright, so Driscoll blows up the fort. And we get some backstory. United States and the New Continent, USN. That's the Americans. Americans in the broad sense. So both sides point at each other. It's very political, this game. So everybody's tension's high. So they pretty much left us to rot there. I'm sure the common soldier gets no story. He probably died at some point. Alright, so now we're in a Coliseum. So now we get to do a Coliseum match. I'll explain the Coliseum later on. Champion from Hell. So every Coliseum match will have this. It'll show you what their stats are. I really need to rev up my machine. So now I don't have those cool weapons that I had before, if you would consider them cool. I just have a Raptor machine gun and a Tendus punch, and I have the long-range Piz 3, which has 3 bullets. Or I could guard, I could give up. So, let's just stay with the Raptor. Took out its legs. Taking out its legs in a Coliseum match really doesn't matter too much. It's more of just more experience, I guess. And there we go. So, looks like we're getting rehired by the OCU Army here. Everybody seems to know about that. So yeah, after that incident, we got rid of we quit the army, and we've been hiding around here. But with the chance of vengeance, here we are. And we get some money. Alright, so here we are in town. This is the town setup. The town is actually the reason why this is on Gaiden and not the original RPG series, because I spend a lot of time shopping. I think shopping is the most fun part of this game. But let me go into it and I will show you. Let me save first. Alright. Shopping to me is the most fun in this game. So you can talk to the guy first. The buy command lets you buy. Press X for an explanation. And then there's a setup. Etc, etc. Okay. Oop. I admit my fingers are still used to Draken setup, so give me a second here. Alright, so here's our robot, the Shrike. We will rename it, but right now it's Strike. So we can start with weapons. We're actually going to start with parts. Get a different body. Now let me explain what's going on here. We have different bodies that we can pick, but there are different things that we want to pay attention to. You'll see on the left hand there, you'll see DF, which is defense, hit points, which is hit points, obviously, engine, which your engine actually determines what you can equip on your robot or not. So if you go over your engine in terms of your weaponry, well, you can't. You'll be overloaded. You won't be able to work. So you need to keep your engine high while and your weight low. You get it. You get it. So heavier bodies will provide usually more defense, and more hit points, but less movement. And having a low weight actually increases your movement speed. So, but right now we're actually going to we're going to equip Zola A, because that one had the best engine and will give us more room to maneuver. So we can pick up different arms. Now, defense, hit points, and your hit rate, which is if you punch with it. So we're going to go with these because they have the best defense and they have the lowest weight. So they don't have as much hit points, but that's fine. So we can equip better legs. So we have our defense, our hit points, our engine, and then our move, which obviously higher move means you can move around the map that much more. So we'll go with the Zolas again, because it'll provide us the best defense and the best movement. Your computer. These actually improve your accuracy with your different skill sets. We have the fight skill set, the short, the long, and the agility. What we want here is the best short-range computer, because I'm going to move this character to be a short-range specialist. You want to choose your speciality really early in the game, usually right when you get the character, or else, if you cross-class, I guess, you're going to end up in a bad situation. You're going to be, you may be good at two different things, but you're going to be crap overall. But he already has this computer equipped, the best short-range one so far, so we can just leave that alone. And the shop doesn't sell any backpacks. Backpacks are usually, well, you'll see them later in the game. They're either another missiler pack or an engine boost. So let's go to weapons. So we can get a better machine gun, which has a better hit range, but one less attack power. I'm gonna pick that up. I don't have enough money. So never mind. I'm out of money. Let me see if I have those body parts to sell. Yes, I do. Let's sell our crap. I did notice that the original body that I had there had the big window in the front. Can you imagine taking a missile to that? Luckily, you can't really kill the pilot in these games, like your character, but my lord. Alright, now that we have money again, let's back to setup. Let's get those weapons again. Let's try this again. There we go. And I'm actually going to give him the rifle on the other arm. So that we have a machine gun if we need to do a spray hit, we have the rifle if we need to do one direct hit. And we don't have any shoulder missiles to buy yet. So we're going to go, we can change the paint color. What do we want here? We can go with pink. Because why not? And then we can change the name of the robot. I'm going to throw in my own name here. I can't fit it all, so we're going to have to abbreviate. Apparently it's Luke Light now. So, welcome to another episode of Luke Light Plays. So, alright, exit. And no, pink isn't my color. I just wanted to be pink. For this game, anyway. My color, if you haven't, if it matters to you, it's purple. Dark purple. Alright, so now we have the military office, which is usually where we get sent to our next mission for. We can go to the bar. We can talk to people and get some information and rumors and... Alright, so... You look very, very anime. Alright. Apparently he knows about machines. Hey, hobo. You can customize it in any way that suits your needs. For example, a high hit point defense rating provides a strong defense. On the other hand, a high hit and move rating lets you attack and retreat with ease. Yeah. And then this guy. So, yeah, when you're in the Coliseum and you win or lose, you're fully restored, so you don't have to worry about healing up in between fights. So we have a status window. That'll give us our full stats there. He has no real experience in anything. And the password at the bottom there, that's for versus mode in the Coliseum. You can give somebody else your password and they can plug in your settings. But all I have is Mr. Lloyd there, so... And setup is equipping weapons. Pretty much the same thing we did in the shop. So, alright. I think that gives us a good baseline on what we're doing here. So on the next episode, I will poke around the Coliseum a little bit and show you the ropes on that. And then we'll get into the next mission and whatever that may be. So I hope you come back for that. My name is Lucklight. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.